Welcome back, college baseball fans, to the last episode of the college baseball show for this season, for the 2026 season. I'm your host, Mark Garland. I've got with me the three guys who have been with me all season long. Excited to talk some championship baseball, and we're going to recap the season about where we were right, where we were wrong, and maybe where we were way wrong. Got Jason here from 6'4" Analytics. How we doing, Jason?
Good. I am partially paying attention to this conversation, partially watching the NBA draft. So if it sounds like I'm don't know what I'm talking about, there may be a reason for that. But loving the college baseball season and ready to talk some ball.
Yeah, man, it was a tremendous season, and we're ready to talk about it. Maybe we'll get into a little bit of portal stuff. Who knows? Just a little bit of a grab bag episode here we're going to do. Also got Jared Perkins, who no background today. How we doing, Jared?
Yeah, Jason said I look like I'm in jail. I feel like I'm in jail. Yeah, empty house, sitting on an air mattress, moving in like 2 days. So yeah, it's been great. I should probably have a beer with me, but I feel like it's going to take a lot of work to go get one now. But
I'm going to go get one. BRB.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Will Massa, who got back from the World Series as well. How we doing, my friend?
Doing well. Just settling back in, recovering a little bit from the good old dorm flu. I've been sleeping in the Iowa Western dorms for the last 6 days, but it was absolutely awesome to be boots on the ground at the World Series. Was bummed I could not make it Monday, but I fear I would not have gotten back to Wisconsin until about 5 a.m. had I gone. But yeah, it's just the reality of it. But I'm excited to be here. Can't believe we already are at the end of the season, but we made it. It was a good one.
Yeah, I am shocked that we are done with our season. Like, man, it feels like it went by really fast. Feels like we've done a lot of great things, but got to talk to a lot of coaches, got to talk to a lot of players, got to do a lot of cool things this season. Built a huge following from all of you fans for paying attention and tuning into everything we talk about on the college baseball show. So we want to thank you guys for liking and following and keeping track of all the stuff we do. Reminder, if you guys can go out there and hit that follow button if you are on the YouTube, follow us right now. We're trying to build up that following as well. And if you haven't seen our Instagram, that stuff's being awesome. Our intern Caden is doing a terrific job there. Jared's doing a great job there. Will does a great job there. If you see anything on social media, it's probably not from me. I might have written it, but I didn't post it. None of that stuff's me. I'm not the social media guy. So you guys just gonna hear me and see me, but I don't do any of that stuff. That's all the behind the scenes folks that take care of all that. But make sure the best way to help support us is to go in there and like and share all of our stuff, man. But so you guys have done a terrific job this year. Our growth is huge, and a lot of it's the fans. We appreciate you guys tuning in every single week and seeing us 3 times a week. So thank you so much. Oklahoma wins, fellas. I was talking to Peter Appel this morning about it, and I go, this is probably the second craziest World Series champion that I've seen in the last 20 years. Like, go back to Fresno 2008, and then it's Oklahoma. Like, I had a hard time putting anybody else in that realm. Will, you're nodding with me. Like, this is a weird one, because you talk about a team that wasn't hot at the end of the season, a team that finished 11th in their own conference, a 3 seed. It's not very well done. It's hard to do that and go win a championship.
Yeah, and the fact that they didn't finish the season hot. We talk a lot about the hot, cold, hot. They were not hot going into the postseason. Like, the Georgia Tech wins in Atlanta got them hot, and then they just steamrolled everybody. I mean, that team was literally. I know they said it in a press conference, like, we could beat the Yankees right now. I kind of believe it. Like, that team was unbelievable.
Deiten Lachance.
They were unbelievable the last 3 weeks of the season. And as the sole staff member that picked them to win the World Series, I feel like, as somebody who quite frankly was not nice to this team in the regular season, it was unbelievable, right? Like, I've talked about it plenty of times on this. I've said it a lot of times in the past. Like, weird things happen with 18 to 22-year-olds when you give them that sense of belief that, like, they just become indestructible. And that's kind of what we saw. And it was such a fun watch. And you're right. Like, I think the 2 best Omaha, winning runs maybe ever, Fresno State and 2026 Oklahoma. I think those are your 2 right there. And I say Fresno State edges it out just because they were a 4 seed.
The only 30-loss team ever to win a national champion, which is insane. They had 30 losses and won. Like, there's been teams that have gotten there that have had a lot of losses. Nobody had over 30, and Fresno State had over 30 losses and won that national championship. Jared, just a run by this team and the offense, like, it was a thing that we said, hey, they had pitching. We thought they had some pitching. We thought they had elite pitching. That was the offense that really carried them through this thing.
Yeah. And again, we talked all early season long about how awful this offense was because they just weren't showing up. And like Deiten Lachance, what's the first 31 games didn't have a home run, and then he hit 18 over like the last. It was insane. The offense just showed up. They came to play. They were 3-7 in their last 10 games of the year. They go into the playoffs and they're just absolutely mashing baseballs. Jackson Willett's over 500 in the College World Series. Like, it was pretty impressive top to bottom, like what this team did to come together. And Trey Gamble, we interviewed, he said, like, we love getting punched in the mouth. Like, we just take our punches and you keep going. And that's what they did. Like, every step of the way, they go and take down the ACC champ Georgia Tech, which is arguably one of the best lineups in baseball with a all freshman starting rotation. They go into Kansas and just basically punch them in the mouth and just dominate them in the Super Regional, the Big 12 champs. Then they go to the College World Series, and next thing you know, they take down Georgia, who had probably arguably the second best lineup, and they're the SEC champs. So just impressive. Like, I see Jim's comment here of Skip Johnson, head coach of the year. I know we gave James Ramsey our coach of the year award for what he did in the regular season. I'm like, we should have waited at this point because, like, Skip Johnson deserves this award more than any coach in college baseball. And it's just been insane what he's been able to do with his team. It seemed like he was pressing every button right. As Jason talked about in other episodes, like, he decided to demolish his entire rotation, basically, revamp it, have Cord Rager on Friday nights, Xander Mercurius on Saturdays, and like, it just paid off dividends for them.
Yeah, it really was quite a run there. And Skip Johnson deserves a ton of credit. Like, I know that he's probably not going to get as much credit as he deserves. This guy did a tremendous job of rebuilding this whole thing and saying, hey, halfway through the season, things aren't working. How do we get better? Let's switch it up. Let's change this whole weekend rotation thing. So it takes a lot of guts to do that, and I'm very, very impressed by this team being able to do that. So a lot of props to them and what they've been able to accomplish and get through this. So Jason, we talked about it. We watched it live. This team just seemed to just continue to roll and continue to believe in each other, and they just showed up every day and kept doing the thing, even after they got punched back in the mouth by North Carolina in the final, like getting punched in the mouth in that game 2 and getting beat up the same way they beat them up game 1. They just bounced back on game 3.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of credit for this. So I was talking with an Oklahoma coach this morning, and I was just giving him his props and, telling him how great of a job they did, because to now circle face in the top right, who used to be Jared, maybe the jail time. Oh, nope, he's back. Okay, good. I was worried about you if you didn't shanked or something. I was telling him how impressive it was to change their rotation. And then he said, I just want to thank you for that Sunday game versus your Hogs, because you got our offense going. So I tell most of these coaches that I'm from Fayetteville because I like being as objective as possible and like being like trying to let them know like who I am, blah, blah, blah. So they know that I'm from Fayetteville. They know that I've watched way too much Arkansas ball and cried woo pig suey tears quite a bit. But he was saying that their offense really started to get going in that Sunday game. And really, I kind of disagreed with him. I said, I think it was Rager. Like, Rager is what turned y'all's season around, because he was their Sunday start at that point. Cam Johnson went game 2. LJ went game 1. And I think the two of them combined went like 2 innings pitched with like 12 earned runs. Like, it was ugly. Game 1 and game 2 of that series was ugly. And Rager came in. They couldn't touch him. And not only that, Lachance, Arkansas just kept trying to pitch to him, and he just kept mashing it over the fence. So it felt like they just found a formula that worked with Talkie and Rager and Willits and Walk and all of these guys. But really, what set them apart was their pitching, because once they kind of became like a NC State pseudo kind of 5-6 arm team, it was really hard to beat them. That 1-0 game with Georgia, when they went Xander, I was like, it's just they've been good. This has been a fun story. They're about to go against Goliath. But what I didn't know is they weren't a David, like they were a Goliath into their own. And I was talking to a guy on Twitter Day from Georgia, and he was talking about, well, maybe they should reseed or like blah blah blah. Like, this isn't good. I was like, I don't know what else Oklahoma could have done, like, quite seriously, because yes, they didn't have a phenomenal regular season. Like, I mean, phenomenal, it's relative. Like, they were a top 30 team in the RPI. So everything about their resume said they should be in. They weren't a bubble. They weren't even remotely close to a bubble. So they were given a spot that effectively was a output or a ramification of their struggles. They went to Georgia Tech. Everyone thought that they were going to be bully balled. I think most people would have said like, hey, this is a perfect regional for Georgia Tech. You know, Oklahoma walks the farm. Georgia Tech has this ridiculous offense. They're going to, and they did fine. They went through the losers bracket. They showed the depth of their pitching in that regional. Then they went to Kansas, one of the hottest teams in the country, coming off their first regional win against Arkansas. They were on cloud nine, and they absolutely destroyed them. I don't think there was a half a second in that super where Kansas was in that game. It was rough. And so then they go to Omaha, and they're in the region of death. Like, let's just be transparent. One side of the bracket was a lot harder than the other side of the bracket. And so they got put in that, and it was like, okay, well, they may match up well against Alabama because Alabama's, offense sometimes struggles, and, Rager's so good, but it's going to be Oklahoma, or it's going to be Georgia, it's going to be Texas. Like, which of the two it's going to be? And then when Georgia comes out of it, everyone was like, okay, well, they had Volchko going 9. It's clearly going to be Georgia. And what they've scored 3 out of the gate in inning 1. I mean, literally every single time that we kept like trying to fade Oklahoma, they basically just kept slapping us like upside the head of quick runs, quick scores. They played clean ball, they played good ball, and they pitched out of their minds. So I for me, this is the most impressive run that I've seen. Yeah. And yes, I know Fresno State, I get it, but the teams that they went up against and the complete 180 that they pulled effectively in week 8 of SEC play is wild to me. I mean, absolutely wild. So I would never in 1,000 years, after that Saturday game of Arkansas, where I think Arkansas run ruled them the Saturday. I can't really remember. And I wasn't too high on the Arkansas team at that moment. I was like, okay, well, yeah, like I'm really off this bandwagon. Like Will and I always talk about like wagon. That wheel was off the wagon and it was on fire. Like this was Oregon Trail, you've died of diphtheria wagon, like at this point. And for me to see them completely turn around, like couldn't be happier for them. That was a long monologue. Apologies.
Well, I was gonna say, Jason, to your point of the Georgia Tech regional, I'm surprised we didn't get clipped for this because like we did the preview on the Just Baseball show, and Peter goes, "All right, Atlanta regional. We don't even have to talk about this one, right? It's Georgia Tech." And we go, "Yeah," and we just skipped the regional completely.
I mean, like, so did D1. So did D1.
Mean, almost like, everybody went right through it. Like they're like, okay, Georgia Tech appears to be an absolute menace, and they're at home where they had lost one game all year. And you're saying you're going to throw a struggling Oklahoma team up there, and good luck, guys. Go out there and do your best. And they did. They went up there and they did their best, and they performed. And it was very, very impressive. Like I think even up to the last game, I was still doubting Oklahoma. Like throughout their whole run in the postseason, I was like, oh, Georgia Tech's going to win the double dip game after they lost the first one. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I'm like, oh, Kansas dropped the first one, but they're going to win the next 2. And at no point did Oklahoma ever feel like it lost control. Like at all points, like even in the Georgia series, like when they were up to the last 2 games, I'm like, oh, Georgia's going to double dip them and get to the final. Oklahoma just never gave up the stranglehold. They were in the driver's seat the whole time. They just held on. Will, you got to see them in that game when they lost to North Carolina and the game that they won. This was just a different team when they played well. Like this was a team that was unbelievably talented, and Skip Johnson, like, I don't know if people are going to give him as much credit, like I said earlier, but this guy needs to be praised there. I know that they're going to build him a $30 million new stadium. Is that what they're $30 million or $50 million? They're going to build him a new stadium there in Oklahoma already. So this guy deserves some credit. But Will, this is just a very good baseball team.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing he said all weekend, somebody asked him a question to the effect of, what are we talking to the team about in between games? How are you managing this extremely hot run? He said, I'm staying out of their way. Like the wherewithal to like understand what's happening, like that it wasn't, truly like that run isn't human. It's unbelievable what they were doing. So for him to just be like, we're just going to roll the balls out and let the kids do what they're going to do. They try to keep it behind at least a little bit under wraps. I think the players do, in terms of like when you ask them questions, they're not going to be, oh, like we're literally unstoppable right now. But I guarantee you, behind closed doors, that team legitimately felt indestructible the last 3 weeks of the season. Like once they beat Georgia Tech, I guarantee you every single kid in that locker room was like, nobody's beating us. Like this, it's over. And they kind of just carried that. So for Skip Johnson to just have the answer consistently of I'm just going to stay out of their way, I think is just awesome. I love seeing that. It was probably my favorite quote I heard all weekend.
Yeah, I remember I asked him, like, hey, what are you guys going to do? Like, you now find yourself in that 1-0 game. Just going to stay out of the way. Just let these kids play baseball. I'm going to put them in a position to be successful and stay out of the way and let them just do it. And he did. And this team was very successful.
The first time I saw Skip Johnson really smile was when they won the championship, but barely smile.
Hey, I will say,
he smiled at me. He smiled at me.
We had a good time with him. We had a good time with him when Jason was on my left and Skip comes up to shake our hands after a press conference, shakes my hand, and Jason goes up to dab him.
I was mid-texting, so I was going to dab. Because most coaches dab, like they don't want you like grabbing onto them. So
That's the last guy you dab, I feel like.
I didn't know. So I just like put like my fist out there and he goes, you don't shake hands? And I was like, I mean, I'll shake your hand if you want me to. And then I told the coach that I'm texting for Oklahoma. He goes, oh, he's a handshake and milkshake kind of guy, which I thought was a phenomenal line. But I mean, like, it's just they were so laid back. Honestly, like, I think that was my biggest takeaway from most of the coaches there. Just like how chill they were. Is that a bad word? Like, you know,
when he came into the first press conference, he looked at my shoes. I was wearing my black shiny Jordans. He goes, now them some shoes, man. Don't get them all scuffed up out there. And I was like, you're literally ready to coach in a national championship game. What are you talking about?
I think after the Georgia victory, when they were 2-0, one of the lead like Sooner, I guess, media guys somehow, I guess he got dirt on his pants. His name's Ed, and like middle press conference, he goes, Ed, why are you so dirty? Like that's just the kind of like person he was. Like quite literally, he was mocking the dude in the front row because he had like red dirt all over him. So I mean, like it was a really neat environment. Like I was super happy for them. Like really great kids, very well spoken. And that was another thing. Like I was amazed at how every single team. Now we had our Bubba Gump moment with Troy, which was absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if you all saw that where he's like, I had to pay. Like, I don't know if you all had the Forrest Gump running through your head when that happened, but that absolutely happened to me. But every other one was just so remarkably eloquent. Like it was very impressive.
The Taki post game interview. It wasn't.
No, I did not.
He was just basically like, I love that we have haters. He's like, we're all just like, screw them. And I was like, okay. I mean,
JUCO ball kids are a different breed, man. Yep. They're a different breed. I will say, Lachance, who is also a JUCO ball kid, and after his first game where he hurt his ankle, he's like, I didn't get hurt. It's like, dude, like we're not dumb. Like we see you literally, like you look like you need a cane out there.
There's no time limit on running the bases, right?
Yeah. And he said they beat the Yankees, and I love it. One of the members asked, like, "Do you think you can beat the Yankees?" He goes, "Oh, hell no." Yeah. So
Skip was great. He was great all week, and I do want to give a lot of props also to Scott Forbes in North Carolina. This is a very good, deserving team right there. Could have won the national title. Like Scott Forbes is a tremendous coach. That team's going to be good again next year. This team's going to continue to be good as long as he's at the helm. I'm very impressed, by the way. And remember, they're going to get McDuffie back. They're going to get Glauber back. They're going to get Rose back. This team is going to be one of the best pitch teams in all of college baseball again next season. Jared, thoughts on North Carolina and the run that they went on? I mean, trying to get that ACC title, but man, it just didn't happen again.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think we all kind of went in thinking that North Carolina was going to take this, except Will decided to change his pick to Oklahoma because he didn't want to be on board with everybody else. But he did pick North Carolina. We'll put that on record.
Well, I picked Oklahoma on the show the night before, and then you texted me, and I was like, their pitching's way too good. It's Carolina. And then I saw you guys all picked them. I was like, no. We're sticking with the original. Going back.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you said, Forbes has done a tremendous job with this program, right? They're going to lose DeCaro. I think they're probably going to lose Lynch. But Glauber's going to move into that rotation. He's probably going to be a Friday night ace type. Like what he was doing to batters, the fact that team was 29-0 29-1 now because of the last game that he appeared in. Just absolutely insane. Like, he shut down every team that he came in and faced. And he was just unbelievable all year long. So I think they're going to bring in probably some other guys in the portal to kind of fill up that rotation. But again, what Forbes did in the portal too, in terms of the offense, like, he brought in guys who just hit. Like, they got on base on a high percentage. They hit the ball. They barreled the ball. They weren't like your big power sluggers. Like, Cooper Nicholson was like the only guy that was like kind of a slugger and had some swing and miss to his profile. But like that 1-through-4, Schaffner, Hull, Gavin Gallagher, like, these are all guys that just got on base and just drove the baseball. And then Eric Paulson, again, also another guy, just doubles machine. Like, the guys that he went and got in the portal were just kind of seasoned veterans, just kind of knew how to do things. But like, Mark, as you mentioned, the X factor for that team was bottom of the lineup, and like they kind of showed up, didn't show up. Like, Carter French was fine for most of the College World Series, but didn't really do much in the finals as well. So like, that was the X factor for them, is that they just didn't get much for production from like 5 through 9.
Yeah, making Winslow, Heineck like great throughout the whole season, and then just went ice cold. Even Nicholson for a little bit, like, he was good in the games they won, but in the games they lost, he was really non-factor at the plate, and I think that hurt this team a lot. Will, we looked at this team a lot, and I mean, it's a great team. They're gonna have to rebuild, but Forbes said in the preseason, like, hey, I'll go out and get my guys. I'll get the guys that fit my system. They're not necessarily going to be the guys that everybody else wants. He's going to do it again, but I'm just impressed by the way that they've managed all the way through this season.
Oh yeah, I mean, we talked about it preseason. I think we pinned them as outside of one or two teams, like, this was the best pitching staff in the country coming into the season. So it was pretty evident. I don't think any of us expected to see Caden Glauber do what he did, but I saw a stat today, and I believe on offense they had 7 transfers, and 6 of them ended up being starters for them. So they did an unbelievable job. I mean, you look at like a guy like Owen Hull last year. Jake Schaffner last year is a really good example, because he did not hit for a lot of juice last year. He hit a ton of doubles this year. Like, he was all over. I mean, that kid is some of the best bat to ball I've ever seen in my entire life. But I mean, the fact that he got even more developed at shortstop, turning into one of the better defensive shortstops in the country, turned into a doubles machine. You had Owen Hull shooting gaps left and right. I mean, they just did a really good job of getting the right guys, and you just have to anticipate they're going to do it again, right? I mean, they picked guys out of North Dakota State. They picked guys out of George Mason, and that George Mason team had some guys last year, but they're not getting the guys from these big schools that are hitting the portal. They're picking out the mid-major dudes that are really good fit, and they run well, and they play good defense, and they do what they need to do. So I think you just have to fully anticipate that they're going to find new guys to fill those roles. And, it's always going to be tough to replace like a Gavin Gallagher, who has over the last 3 years been one of the best postseason hitters in all of Division I, if not the best. So at least in terms of run production. So guys like that are really tough to replace, but I don't foresee it being an issue for them to plug guys into new spots.
Yeah, I think that they're going to find the right guys, and Scott Forbes, great coach, and they got some talent in there. They got some talent that's going to remain. So this is going to be a good team next year. I don't know if it's a World Series caliber team right now, but I think that the pitching is going to be that class. Jason, portal. Let's get into a little bit of it after you talk about North Carolina here. What do you think that they do here? But what do you think of the season that North Carolina had first?
I mean, North Carolina is going to be just fine next year, frankly. Like, I mean, Schaffner is going to be hard to replace, but they maybe got the number 1 shortstop in Lefkowski out of William and Mary. I know a lot of schools were after him heavily. They got Voorhees out of CSUN, which a lot of people were really. I mean, they got probably 3 to 4 guys that I heard from a lot of schools, and they got a couple of Penn guys, which. You always love the Ivy League. You kind of look at some of those really good Texas A&M, Texas teams. They always like Happel, the switch hitting catcher from Columbia. Kentucky, they had it with what was his name? The big dude who was basically like the strong man. I can't remember. 2 years ago from Kentucky. I'll have to look this up because it's killing me if I can't remember.
Just can I ask you a question here? Just
Hey,
based on the portal. To me, it feels like Oklahoma and North Carolina did so much better in terms of recruiting in the portal while being in the College World Series and say like LSU did last year. Like, that's something I kind of noticed like right off the bat as you were kind of putting together the list. It's like Oklahoma kept popping up, North Carolina kept popping up, all these other teams in the College World Series kept
all of
popping
them
up.
Did.
And I felt like
West
LSU,
Virginia,
maybe they learned from LSU,
Miss,
but like What do you think the
No.
reason was for that?
Well, LSU just in general had a smaller class last year. I think we had them like 14th or something. So I mean, they had some good players, but they didn't really have like the elite class that they previously had. I think the one that's kind of surprising me is Georgia a little bit, frankly, because I mean, last year I think they had like 21 commits. How many did they have last year?
26.
Not that much. They had a lot.
I knew it was a
They
lot.
had, yeah, they had. Let me pull it up. I should have notes ready, but I just don't. I always go off the cuff. Georgia had in 25, 21 commits.
21.
15 of them were top 250 guys. So like I anticipate that they'll do that again because again, like most of those top 15 like are out of eligibility. They'll have guys like Volchko and Jackson who will go to the draft. Like they're gonna have to replace a lot. So I expect Georgia to get quite a few of the remaining. But I mean, you look at like West Virginia and Ole Miss, and I mean, shoot, even Troy got some really good pickups in the portal in Omaha. I was talking with a coach for one of the 8 teams on the field, and he said, "Yeah, I've got to leave tomorrow because I have a visit the next day." So a coach literally had to leave. So I think it's just kind of the way of the world. I mean, LSU had a suite in the hotel last year for Zoom calls. So even though they weren't popping off, like they were doing Zoom calls.
Teams were doing it this year. Teams were doing it this year. They had to do it.
They did a Zoom call with the St. Mary's catcher in Omaha. So I mean, quite literally, like it's the dumbest thing alive. And I'm going to get off my soapbox pretty quickly on this, but softball just got done with their portal. It actually ended yesterday, about I guess 20 hours ago now, and they start that clock the day after the championship game, and it went 15 days, and 90% of the players went in the first like 12 hours. So you had incredible amount of like efficiency. It was done quickly. It started a week after baseball and it's ended a week before baseball. So for some unknown reason, baseball decided not to move forward. They recommended just a remarkably asinine schedule from the ABCA about a month ago, where they wanted it to go from like May 20 something to like June 15th, somewhere in that ballpark. And then they were going to give like a 5-day window for Oklahoma or for Omaha teams after Omaha. And I was like, how remarkably stupid is that? Because like the average Omaha team had like 10 plus guys go in the portal. So you'd have 80 dudes who, when a lot of, as we've just talked about, a lot of spots are already taken up, then they're flooding the portal. Like it, I don't know. Whoever the people who run this, sometimes it boggles the brain. But I'm hopeful that they fix it.
Yeah, there's got to be some changes coming, and I think that they need to realize, that there needs to be changes here, and there's a whole bunch of stuff coming, especially with the draft and everything else that could be going on with next year's MLB, especially if they go into some sort of strike. Like there needs to be fixes so the big college baseball game is set up for success. Let's talk about some of our successes and some of our failures this year as a crew. Let's talk about some of these teams that we picked in our preseason top 25. TCU, Will, I'll let you start because this is one that I was very high on. I had them in my Omaha preseason top 8. We had them as our number 7 team. And while there was some injuries, there was not enough necessarily, I think, to drop them as far as they played.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we talked about it over and over again. This is the second straight year that TCU has lost their Friday starter really before the season even gets going. And it's really hurt them both years in a row, 2025 with Ben Abel, 2026 obviously with Tommy Lepore. There's a lot of inconsistencies, right? Like Mason Brassfield was really good at times. He was really bad at times. Snyder struggled a little bit. I think he was on just the wrong side of the coin of batted ball luck, whereas in 2025, I believe he was on the right side of the coin on bad ball luck. So I feel like there was a little bit of regression coming his way. I don't know. I mean, it was just, a disappointing year, a lot of injuries. and I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm going to do the exact same thing going into 2027. I have already really liked what they've done in the portal. Obviously, biasly, I love the hire they made at the hitting coach position. He's going to do really good stuff over there.
We're
I'm
back.
all back in on the Horn Frogs.
TCU being in top 10 team next year.
They got a
Will never
Oregon
left.
next year.
They got an Oregon weekend starter tonight.
Did they get called Clark today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just got like 6 text messages while we've been doing the show about asking me about Colin Clark. So
they will be in my Omaha 8. They will be in my top 10. So I'm not missing a beat. We're back in on the Horned Frogs. This year was unfortunate. They just never really got their footing. Like even from the jump in weekend 1, they looked like world beaters for 2 days, and then Oklahoma beat the brakes off of them in Arlington, and it just felt like they never really got their footing down. So this year was like the failed year. It was kind of the year you look up and down the lineup and you're like, there's no way this team is going to be bad. Everyone's going to be down on them next year. I'm going up all back in, pushing the chips in on the Horned Frogs in 2027.
I like it. I like it, and I understand.
Coach too. Great new pitching coach, Tom Eshelman.
Yep. Love what they did on the coaching side.
Jared, who was the team that you were like, man, this team, like for me, looking at our top 25 for preseason, Louisville at 14 was one that surprised the crap out of me being that bad after returning so much. Like we knew the pitching was going to be a question, but it wasn't even a question. It was just bad.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go with Louisville here, but I'm going to go with Kentucky. This is a team that I just really expected a lot more from, just based on the rotation that they were bringing back, like between Nate Harris and Ben Cleaver, and then Jackson Jelkin, who was joining the rotation. Like I thought this Kentucky team, with having a superstar like Tyler Bell, the other offensive pieces that they had, that they were going to be at the top of the SEC, and it just wasn't the case. They made the tournament, but they barely snuck in, it felt like, into the tournament. And so I really expected a lot more from this team, and just kind of was disappointing, and they just never really lived up to expectations. The offense kind of whittled a little bit. Like Tyler Bell had some injuries, so he didn't get to play completely through the full season. Pitching staff, like the bullpen, was horrendous for Kentucky. Like they just could not find their footing. I think they had over a 5.5 ERA as a team. It's just like again, I think the big thing for them was like not really getting anything from Nate Harris and not getting anything from Ben Cleaver, when we thought those two guys were really supposed to step up and be a major part of that rotation.
Yeah, I think they just missed on some things. Like they just weren't as good as they were in the previous year, where you thought maybe they'd progress, and they kind of regressed a little bit. Really, the only one that took a huge step forward was Jelkin, and he kind of just became what we thought he could be, where everybody else kind of took a step back, and he kind of stepped into that role. But you just needed more. Jason, who was a team that you had last, in the preseason, and you're like, man, I thought that they would be a lot better this season?
Well, I appreciate you all for giving me the layup because it's clearly LSU.
Yeah. Well, that was the easy route. That's why I didn't go there.
Yeah, I know. You went with the team that y'all had 23rd, who nearly made it into supers. So effectively, they should have finished about 23rd. So almost identically to what you had preseason. But here nor there, Jared. JL Jared.
LSU is terrible. I don't know. That's an easy pick.
I know. Well, I mean, I'm just going to go
to not even making the tournament.
Yeah. I mean, again, like, we're just being objective here. They had a tremendous amount of pitching. They got Sheeran back, who was injured. He was one of really great portal pickup for them last year. He was great out of the pen. They brought in basically 4 of the maybe top 7 or so corner infielders, like coveted corner infielders, and Caraway and Simpson and York and Dardar. And they just couldn't find a meshing point with any of them. And it felt like they tried to pull an Oklahoma, and it almost made things worse. Like they basically tried to 3/4 of the way just to be like, hey, we're just going to go with like our homegrown talent.
We're going to play freshman
and it kind of got worse. And I think it's good for them because it shows like what they need, what they have, what they're capable of doing. I mean, they've got a ton of talent, and I mean, frankly, they're going to be top 5 next year.
Yeah,
they should. I mean, some of those freshmen that they brought in there had like 1,000 OPS in the SEC, and they're coming back. Like they're going to have a remarkably stacked lineup, like on paper. And I think this lineup, which is going to be a little bit different, is going to make more sense. like previously they were like, okay, can we throw Dardar in right field? And like on paper, I was like, I mean, maybe like if you're fine with, giving up like a run every other game because a guy just doesn't get to a ball if he mashes. But now,
Caraway playing
yeah.
second base and like, yeah.
I mean, they put Dardar at second base at times, and it's just like,
they really didn't have a second baseman.
Yeah, and now they've basically got 3 very good shortstops. And so, I mean, it's honestly going to look a lot like their 2024 or 2025 team when they had Milam and the Utah Valley transfer, whose name is escaping me, and the
Dickerson,
Braswell, South Carolina transfer,
and Braswell.
Yeah, Dickinson and Braswell. So they effectively had 3 shortstops. It's almost like they looked at that team and they were like, "Let's do that again.
Let's get 3 shortstops and put them in the infield."
Yeah. So I mean, I think the arrow is absolutely up on LSU. They've got great pitching. They're going to bring in some freak freshman that they're like, how in the world did that guy make it to campus? You're going to lose Curiel, but I mean, really, like he was an 850, 900 OPS guy. Like it's not a ton of production you're losing.
Yeah, Bino Waters might be a better offensive option.
Is gonna be a better offensive option. Let's just be transparent.
Yeah.
So I really like where LSU is, but I mean, I remember it was the Milwaukee series at the beginning of the year. We were like, well, I mean, they swept them, but it looked pretty ugly. And then they like lost some. I think they lost to like Northwestern State on a midweek, and I think they lost 1 of 3 when they went to Frisco. I can't remember all of their schedule, but every time we kept saying like, "Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry," and then we got like 3 weeks through the SEC. We were like, "Worry." Like this is
a panic button.
Yeah, because then you looked at their schedule and you're like, where's 13 wins? And you just couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So I think you have to look at this team and say opportunity lost, but I think you also look at this team and you say like knowledge gained, because I mean, talking with the coaching staff, I was pretty blunt with them. I was like, I think you guys had a lot of round pegs and you tried to put them into square holes. And I think sometimes like you could try to do that, but like you have to have a really freaking good round peg, and you also have to have a guy who can like maybe potentially be a pretty decent square hole. You can't put a right fielder at second base. Like that's just not gonna work.
What do they have left?
This doesn't work.
Jason,
what do they have left?
Yeah.
So they have Evans,
And
Case and
outfielder
Evans.
position.
You mean left, like
position wise?
Oh, I think they'll probably get one pitcher left. I think position wise they're done.
Yeah.
Catcher, they're gonna bring back the sophomore. Again, I'm horrible with names, so apologize. The guy who's an elite freshman, a guy who had 4 home runs for Tennessee. No, not Cerna. Cerna's gonna be their DH. Aaron Bede. God, how could I not forget his name? He'll be their catcher. Sorry,
Aaron
again,
Bede
I don't do notes. So catcher, and then the Cerna, and then first base will be the freshman that came on that had like a 960 OPS. Again, I'm good with numbers. I'm not good with names. And then they'll have Brown probably in right field. They'll have Waters probably in center or left. I would assume they would want to put him in left. And then they're going to have their 3 shortstops at third. They're going to have Curland probably at third. Second base, I would assume is going to be Parks. And shortstop, I assume is going to be Milam. And then they've got 2 first-round arms for Friday and Saturday night. And they brought in one of the most probably like the highest potential arms in Landon Hood out of Gonzaga. So I mean they've got a lot.
Because
they're talented.
Cooper Moore's back, right?
I think yes. He said he was
Cooper
coming back.
Moore's
He got injured. So I mean, shit. Like they've got 4 starters.
They have a weekend rotation that's already
So which tells me that Landon Hood's probably going to be coming, like maybe trying to do that Sanders role for Auburn this year, where you're
in a 4th role.
Yeah, that bridge guy.
Bullpen, so he goes back to being dominant.
No, Case and Evans started really coming on towards the end of the year.
Yeah,
and I mean he's a projected like top 15 pick, and I mean don't get me wrong, like I don't know shit about the MLB, but I'm pretty sure he's a top 15 pick in 27. So I think you have to.
And Caden, no, we have not done our Omaha Eights yet. We haven't picked any of those teams quite yet, just to let you know. We'll get to those. The one team also I wanted to highlight that we had at 18 was Clemson, and they did not have a good season. Like, that was just not a good season for Clemson and Eric Backage. And the pieces that they brought in that they thought they were going to get for slugging ended up not slugging. That team did not hit for power like they were hoping to get back into the swing of things, and they just really didn't compete on either side of the plate there. So some props, though, I want to give our team. Having Alabama in the top 20, we were the only people that really had Alabama and Oregon in the top 25s. Those were two teams that, one, made it to World Series. Two, Oregon made it to a Supers. And nobody had them in the top 25. We had those teams in the top 25. So we did do some things right, even though people will make fun of us for some of the things we got wrong. We did do some things right in that fashion, and having those two teams in there was a big one. And Georgia, we also were the highest on Georgia out of anybody in the country in our top 25, and I would say we were dead wrong. I mean, they finished third. We had them at number 4 in the country. That was a very good team. So I think we did good, gentlemen. I think we did fine in our top 25. I think we did good on a lot of our predictions.
You had Troy, West Virginia. You had a lot of
West
guys
Virginia receiving votes,
well.
Kansas receiving votes. I had Kansas and West Virginia in my top 25. So I know that we had some people that were voting these guys in.
We got a lot of heat for no Arizona, but we were dead on that one too.
We were dead on Arizona, which is
You just knew that guys were gonna have TJ and tons.
Well, the offense we talked about it so much in the preseason. Said
offense.
they have no offense. Like, where are they going to get these runs from? Like, they might pitch, but they have no runs. Which is why I'm not going to put North Carolina in my Omaha 8, by the way, because I have concerns about their offense already for next year. Whereas they're going to have the arms, but they're not going to have any of that. So, does anybody want to kick off the Omaha 8? Do you want to just pick one team? Because I don't even have my 8 yet. I didn't even think
I got my team.
Can we steal something from 11-7 and just kind of do like a round and like try not to duplicate? Is that too hard? Would that be too much?
We each get 2 teams. We each pick 2 teams. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Jason, do you want to start or do you want to go last?
Shit. I'll start because I kind of No, I'll go last. That way I get the hardest ones. Because since I thought of it, I want to give myself the hardest ones.
So you get 4 or 5.
Oh, serpentine. Oh, very nice. Okay, yeah.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first, Jared.
I'm going to put Arizona State in Omaha.
Okay.
Jackson
I like it.
Landon Harrison.
As a round 1? That's your round 1 pick?
That's a big one.
I like it. No, I'm about
What do you mean round 1? Like, that's just a team that I'm having. It's just one of the 8.
Because we're doing serpentine. That means you're number 1. Yeah.
Oh, I have to pick like who the number 1 team is overall?
No. You're just picking your 8. So basically, like, you took a round 6 or 7.
Oh, I see. So you want us to draft these teams? I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
I got what you're saying now. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Shout out 11-7. Those guys do phenomenal work. And I think it's a great idea. And honestly, because we're all just making shit up because we don't even know what half of the rosters will be right now.
We
so
have
it's
no
always
idea
fun
what these
to like
rosters
just
are going to be. So
throw spaghetti against the wall and see what sticks.
Will, do you want to go second or do you want to go third?
Well, I'm not picking Arizona State if we're doing serpentine.
Yeah, I was about to say that was
you
such
don't
a
want them to be your number
bold
1
round.
pick? Okay, so
It's too bad, man. The pick's already in. It's already been said.
No, I thought we were doing a combined Omaha.
Like a combined, like our 8 for the teams for everybody combined. Okay, you're picking who you think is going to get to Omaha.
This is draft day. You got the little sticky,
but you're not going to get. So we're gonna pick 32 teams.
I'm gonna take notes here.
Yeah, I got my notepad out. There's 4 of us picking 8 teams, so we're gonna.
You're
get
right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Give me the Longhorns.
Okay, Texas.
That's a good one.
You
got to give a 30-second blurb of why the Longhorns. Everyone knows why, but continue.
Volantis. They now have Nate Savoy. The win got Ian Armstrong from St. Mary's, Xavier Perez from Houston.
Savoy is A&M.
Savoy's at A&M.
Wrong Texas. Lincoln Garcia.
You were right on Ian Armstrong. They got the Texas Tech transfer.
They get Volantis and Bozart coming back.
Yeah, 2 tremendous arms.
Yeah, put Texas in there.
They've got a lot to replace with Robbins.
Yeah. Number 1
I
overall.
like it. You get Peck back. Like you get
Peck,
there's so much talent.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Texas.
dudes there. Will, are you gonna do your patented pick?
Well, no, because it doesn't. Based on what I said, I don't think anyone else is going to take them. So,
I said TCU. You're already throwing TCU in there?
well, not in round 1. Give me
Okay.
give me LSU. I mean, right? Like,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
a good one.
fruit. I mean, that's a good value pick at 2 right there. Bringing in a crazy another really good portal class. I mean, you got to imagine that they're going to fix some stuff internally. Like there may have been some internal behind closed door stuff that we don't know about that maybe affected that team. It's hard to say. Like when you have a team with that much talent, you struggle that bad. That's the only thing that I can think of is that there's stuff behind the scenes. But I think what you look at when they're bringing in, gotta love Bino Waters. I mean, they're going to improve a ton and they bring back more than enough talent. So I trust Jay Johnson here. Give me LSU.
I am going to take A&M. Like I think that what they're still going to be building in the portal and what they've already done with the guys that they have, Savoy and some of these arms, I think that this is going to be a very good Texas A&M team. I think that they're going to mash the baseball. I think that they get a way to get to Omaha. So I am going with Texas A&M as my first overall pick in this serpentine draft. And now Jason gets a little bit of back-to-back here.
So I'm definitely going to go North Carolina. I think they're going to be the class of the ACC. I think Georgia Tech's going to lose a lot, and I think they're going to be bringing back an absurd amount of arms, and I think their portal class is looking really clean. I like their portal class a lot. So give me North Carolina. They always seem to play really, really well towards the tail end of the season. Like they play kind of a small ball kind of system, so sometimes they could get that, maybe upset, if you want to call it, but they're always going to be like a 40-win team. So they're going to be within it. They're probably going to be hosting a regional. So I feel pretty solid about a North Carolina pick. Let me go Mississippi State.
I like that one.
So
I like that one.
I really like what Oak is doing there. I think Bauer is going to have a pretty incredible sophomore season.
Yeah.
I think that they've already got 4 or 5 portal gets that everyone has wanted. They have a lot that they're going to have to be replacing. They're going to have to replace Sullivan and Reese, but I think they're going to be just Valencius, whatever you want to say his name is. He's already said he's coming back. Stone is coming back. I mean, they could effectively do the Auburn 4 starters as well. So give me Mississippi State.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Give me Arkansas. I think adding
brother.
I think adding Vasco, I think adding Zeb Allen. I think what they're adding in the portal is just tremendous. They've gone out there and they really hit it hard. William McGinnis, who is a name that people might not know a lot about from Georgia State. The dude's gonna rake. Like he's gonna hit at this level. I have big faith in this. Can they get enough arm talent? I think that they will. I think that they'll be okay, but I think that's the question mark for Arkansas this next year. Is are they going to have enough arms to get through the SEC gauntlet? But I think they're going to hit. So they might be a little bit like, kind of like a Georgia this year where we didn't know where the arm talent was going to come from, but we knew it was there. I like that. So I'm going to take Arkansas as my pick here.
So I'm going to cut off Will here for just a second. The big thing to look for Arkansas will be Wiggins. So there's been a lot of buzz that he may be coming. It's a top 100 draft pick. He had TJ about halfway through the year, and everyone thought like, hey, that was the last pitch he'll throw at Arkansas. They may be trying to get him back with the lockout, and also the new 5-and-5 rule, which we didn't really talk about. Like he'll have an additional year of leverage. He's a young sophomore, so a lot of leverage for him. If they get him back, look out. If they don't, I'm worried about their starting pitching. Continue.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's why I have it as a question mark right now. But I think that offense is going to be really good. I think that they're going to hit. So I have good faith.
Mashosaurus Rex. Agreed.
Yeah, they're gonna hit this year. Will, pick your second team, if you will.
Yeah, well, it's about my time here. So give me the TCU Horned Frogs. I mean,
oh, nice. The Horny Toads.
Yeah, absolutely.
That early?
Love the coaching hires on both sides of the ball. Already working hard in the portal. I mean, I just think the stars are aligned again. When you have that much talent and you underachieve, I'm always inclined to believe, things are kind of going to swing the other way on the pendulum. So I'm back all in on TCU, man. This is going to be 2 years in a row. I'm moving all the chips in. Give me TCU as my national champions in 2027.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
National champions.
Let me put an asterisk by this one. Should have
Done
put them
deal.
round one then, dog. Yeah, like what was this whole LSU
Well, it's value. I mean,
marriage you had?
LSU at 2. I mean, that'd be just silly drafting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good team. That's a good team. Jared.
Give me the Florida Gators.
Okay.
Aiden King,
All right.
Brennan Lawson coming back. I really like what they've done in the portal, getting like John Emery into town. Kyle McDaniel. I got Trey Morris also coming over from Oregon State. I like this Florida Gators team.
Sorry, the
Florida
amount
feels
of
like-
people that have relentlessly shit on me for our placement of Trey Morris is beyond absurd. So
He's pitched half a season as a freshman. Like, he pitched literally half a season.
well, no, and not only that, but like half of them were like midweeks. And so I was like trying to say like, hey, like this, and people were like, no, he had 8 games started. I was like, I know that's impressive, but it happened pretty much after like, the top pitcher had TJ and he kind of got thrown in. Like he was always kind of like the 4th starter. But yes, if Morris has the amount of animosity being thrown my way equivalent to his talent, look out, Florida Gators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would agree. I think I like Florida this year.
Jared,
who's your
round 2.
next pick, Jared, for your
I'm
number 3?
gonna do it because I don't know if they're gonna make it back to me. Taking the Arizona State Sun Devils.
That's fair, because I don't think
they would have made it back
They
to you.
probably get back.
They would have made it back to you.
I
Arizona
feel like
State.
Mark was gonna go down that route.
What? How dare you know what I'm gonna do?
How'd you give a thumbs up, Will? That was fantastic. How did you
What?
do that?
The
Do
cell
what?
phone.
That's-
Cell phones do that.
Oh,
Oh,
not
you know, like, yeah, there was like a thumbs up on the screen. I don't know how you did that.
Who Arizona State has with Jackson Hotchkiss, by the way. I know that in the most recent video that we just put out that had me ranking him number 1, he is that guy. Like, if you have seen him play live, he's that guy. He's going to be able to hit Big 12 pitching. He probably 20 home runs this year. So I like that pick a lot, especially at Arizona State. He's going to mash. So that's a good one. Will.
This is a tough one, but I think we're gonna go back to back. Give me another Big 12 team. Give me Steve Saban's West Virginia Mountaineers.
Yeah.
Gavin Kelly's back. Gavin Kelly's
That lineup's going to be, man.
Chanson Cole's gonna be back. Guzman's a junior. He might be back. I'm curious to see how that plays out with the draft stuff.
He'll be
you won't
back.
have Schoenfeld.
Montesa, I've been told, maybe coming back.
Who?
Montesa.
That'd be a big one. You won't have Sean Smith. He's out. Yell is a redshirt junior. I have to imagine he's out. Einik was a sophomore. He should be back. I mean, it's a team that, quite frankly, I doubted coming into the season. I wanted to see Saban's in year 2 recruit and develop those guys. Like, there was no question that he was going to develop, but I was really curious to see what would happen with that D2 run of guys. And, what they did with the mid-major and D2 guys they brought in was unbelievable, and I'm never going to doubt him again. So give me West Virginia to go back-to-back. This is a program that, as long as Steve Saban's is there, I think they're going to be in contention for Omaha every single year.
I'm okay with that. I think that's a good pick there. I'm going to go with one right now, and it might be semi-controversial already, but I'm going to go Tennessee. I like what they've already added in the portal. I don't think that they have pitching. I think that this is going to be a well-rounded team. I think year 2, I think we're going to see the same things like that we saw from Early from this Texas A&M team. I think we're going to see that in Tennessee, where he gets another year under his belt. Elander's going to feel more comfortable, and I like Tennessee here with the talent that they have and what they have pitching-wise. I think both sides of the ball, they're going to be a little bit better than they were even this year, and they were a scary team at some points in the season. So I like Tennessee a lot.
Love it.
You get 2 now, Jason.
Yeah, I get 2, and I've already got my 2 ready to go because none of you jokers picked them. So I'm going to go Oklahoma, which feels like just a cupcake of a pick right now. Because
already 3 picks in the top 30 that they've already got in the portal.
They started 3 true freshmen in Omaha, and they dominated. So they're going to have. I mean, everyone's going to go into the season being like, "Is this really the team?" I assume they're going to lose LJ, they're probably going to lose Lachance. Like they're going to lose a lot of guys that like produced kind of those crooked numbers in Omaha, but they're going to keep everyone except LJ, I assume. That really you lose Cleveland, who's really been like your back end stalwart, which you always want to have when it comes to rotation. But I really like Digert that they got out of I think it was UTSA. I think that was a really good one. And then they got the Pitt catcher who's going to take over for Lachance. I can't remember his name. Apologies again. I know OPS he was like a 950 OPS from Pitt. So you like the fact that they have some plug and play guys that they're going to be able to put in the portal to mix with their pitching. I think they're going to be on cloud 9. I think they're going to be in Arlington. And I just got a text from a coach. Someone says Robert. Did someone here continue? Second pick, Miami, Florida. Miami,
you took
Florida.
Miami? Man.
Oh, were you going to?
Yes, that was my next pick. That's fantastic pick. I love that pick.
Yeah, so I think I think they've been building. I think they've been really close. I know they made it to the Supers last year, and they made it to they got kind of in a regional of death this year with Florida and Miami, and that was the Troy one.
Getting hurt late.
So I think they had a number of things that kind of threw their season a little bit wonky, but I really like Miami right now. So give me Oklahoma, and if you haven't looked at Miami's portal class, look at it because it's really good.
It's
so
really
give me Miami is my second one, and now I have to see what this Big 12 coach just yelled his name at me, so I'm trying to see who he's talking about.
I am going with the team that was there in Omaha this year in Alabama. I really like what they're bringing back. I love the pitching that they're going to have. Garrett Lambert and Michael Sine. I think that's 2 weekend guys right now that they're adding already, and you already got to keep up church. So building off pitching and what they've already done, and Rob Vaughn, what he's been able to build there. Yes, you lose a shortstop in LeBron, but I think that there's some other talent there that's going to be really, really good. Hines is going to break off. I really like this Alabama team, and I think that being at home, they're going to be very, very good. So I'm going to take Alabama as my next pick here in this draft. Will.
You guys are going to like this one. All right. Give me.
You got to take another 3-letter team because that's all you have so far. LSU, TCU.
I am. It's not by design, but I'm running a scheme right now. Give me USC.
Nice.
Give me the
USC.
Are you all right? Let's dig into this because a lot of this is going to be because of what I think they're going to do in the portal. But Gov, sophomore. Augie Lopez, sophomore. I think Adam Troy has a shot to come back. He's a junior this year.
Lopez is in the portal, isn't he?
Yeah. Portal confirmed.
He is portal. He portaled.
Augie Lopez is definitely portal.
Rats.
Yeah, DH catcher.
Oh well. Andrew Johnson, also a sophomore. However, is he also in the portal?
I think they'll get Magdaleno. I mean, that's no hot take.
I think they're going to pick up Cody Martin and Magdaleno. Keith Unique comes over. I think they're going to just fill all the pitching gaps that they have. I think the pitching
one of the best pitching coaches in the country.
If they can just boost that lineup a little bit better, because evidently I don't pay attention to the portal because quite frankly it's too much for me to pay attention to. Augie Lopez is not coming back. Give me USC anyways. I don't care. I'm all in on the Trojans. Let's go.
I like, and we've seen Zuniga have a top 10 ERA pitching staff the last 3 seasons at Hawaii. Now you're going to give him the resources of a newly built stadium at USC with all that history and all that talent in LA. Yeah, I like where your head's at there, Will.
So one of our teams on here just got a nice portal pickup. Yeah.
Hopefully it's one of my teams.
No.
No,
it was not. It was a Will team. It was a Will team.
3-letter school.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it? Well, I guess we knew Colin Clark.
I ain't gonna say shit. We know
Colin Clark already went to TCU, so Will's just picking up portal guys already all night. So, Jared, back-to-back picks.
I'm going Auburn here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Auburn feels like an easy slam dunk with Chase Fralick coming back, Bub Terrell, bringing back Marciano, Andres Alvarez.
So young. They're so young.
They're so young.
Higher rotation.
That's a good pick.
Coming back.
It's a good
pick.
Yeah, so give me Auburn for sure on that one. Second pick here is going to be a little tougher.
Yeah. Look at your Google, cheater.
You gotta do the research. How are you just gonna pick teams blindly?
I mean, some of us have been looking at portal for months.
He's 2-2 with the portal. He's got an unfair advantage.
I've been looking at it every day, helping out as much as I can.
Yeah. How do I go with second here? This is tough.
We are halfway through the draft for those checking.
I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna go ACC. I have a trouble picking this team because I feel like it's gonna be a bad pick, but I'm gonna go Virginia.
Yeah, with what they have and what they have returning, like you'd think that this team should be competitive. I think you're muted maybe there.
The pitching worries me as always with Virginia.
I was muted.
Yeah, you were muted.
You're going to lose Gracia and the
Becker.
center fielder Becker. Thank you.
Becker.
Or that's a shortstop. I'm an idiot.
They're going to lose Becker too. They lose, but they've already got some portal guys coming in, so I don't hate it.
Yes, they do.
Will?
Yeah, Crossland's coming in, and I really like Jordan Crossland a lot.
You like Crossland a lot.
Yeah, Mike Elko too from Richmond. Very good.
Yeah. You're a Northeastern guy, so it's not surprising. Yeah, it's not surprising that you're going to take the guys that are coming from the Northeast.
I don't love that pick, but I didn't know where else to go, so here we are.
They've been that Duke/Virginia coaching staff has been knocking on the door for what feels like 4 years now.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel it in my bones. I agree with you. Will?
All right. Well, there's got to be one Sunbelt team in the mix, and
Southern Moose.
No, it will not be Southern
Don't do
Moose.
it.
I have absolutely no idea what that team.
He's going Troy.
I am going back to the well.
Absolutely.
Give me the Troy Trojans. Give me Troy. Jimmy Janicki back.
How did he stay?
I'm all about this team. And Jason, I know Jason put out a tweet yesterday about the collective people not having Jimmy Janicki in for all tournament team. I personally voted Jimmy Janicki as my catcher for the all tournament team. So
I put him at third. You could put any player in any position. So he plays third base. I put him at third. I don't give a shit if he didn't play third. I know he can play third. I don't agree with
the morals of that, but I did vote for him. But
he played a sixth of the season at third. It's not like he just touched it.
Yeah, but
he basically had a timeshare at third base.
You get him back. All right. You get Houston Markham back. I think they're going to do a good job in the portal. I mean, Skylar Mead has done a really good job on the development.
They already have started. Yeah.
I'm all about Troy. Yeah, they're already rolling. They're going to use this to their advantage. They just hosted the most rowdy super regional in program history. Give me Skylar Mead and the Trojans.
I like that.
I cannot tell you the number of text messages that I've had over the last 3 weeks that include the name Janicki. It has been absolutely. When do you think he's going in? Do you think he's going to go? Do you think because Troy's taking so long? Do you think it's absurd that they kept him? I'm so happy. He probably turned down $500,000. I shit you not. So I can't be more excited for Troy. I hope Troy threw a bag at him, whatever they could throw. But he turned down a lot of money, and I'm so excited for him in the program because at the end of the day, he's going to be a first-round pick next year, and he won't need it, but he definitely turned down a bag, and I'm pumped for him.
Yeah, and that's a good pick, Will. I think that he's tremendous. I think that's a big step in the right direction for the program, and I think that Troy's there. I'm going with one that probably is going to get overshadowed because of the guys they lost, but I'm going Oregon Ducks, and I like their weekend rotation. I like their pitching staff. They have 3 Team USA guys on that team. Teams that typically have 3 Team USA guys show up in Omaha. They just do. They just end up getting there and having those guys. Jackson being the freshman is going to be a sophomore next year, and you got Will Sanford pitching and Tanner Bradley. I like that a lot, and especially if they keep Miles Gastola for another season. If he doesn't get drafted high enough, you got a lot of arm talent. You got a lot of skill there. I like the Oregon Ducks. There's some pieces that they've been able to add to. I think that even though they lost Laya, they lost Junior, I still like this team. Berkeley, it doesn't matter because Jackson is going to go and play catcher full time now for them. So I like this Oregon Duck team. So give me the Ducks.
Okay. First one, I only know one right now because I didn't prep as if I should have. I'm going to go Texas A&M.
I already took A&M.
A&M's already been
They're
taken.
my first pick. They were my very first. They were my very first pick because I think they're going to be real good, really good.
That was your number one pick, you turd nugget.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta
And
think.
Sunday money, yes, we did acknowledge that the Oregon did get gutted in the portal. But they really only lost 3 guys, and Berkeley Mabius was already draft eligible. So, yes, but I still think that they have a ton of talent.
Oh, turd nugget. Okay, I gotta say Georgia. I'm gonna go Georgia.
Yeah.
Now I know they're gonna lose quite literally the farm.
But they had a B team.
They're gonna.
But they have a whole other squad waiting.
They're going to lose their B team as well because they brought in a B team of seniors. So they're going to lose a lot. But they lost Peoples, who was one of like the best freshmen coming in. He went into the portal. But I just trust their recruiting. I know that they're going to bring in 15 portal guys, and it's going to be absolutely absurd. And they're going to have a top 5 portal class. And they're going to have some left-handed guys that can hit it over whatever tree they put in right field. So I just have to go with Georgia. I'm worried about their pitching a lot because I know they're going to lose Volchko. They're probably going to lose Scott. I mean, they're going to lose Aoki. I think Aoki was he a senior, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and Aoki was basically like their glue. He was one of the appearances in the College World Series that goes remarkably unheralded because it was in a loss. He went a complete game, 8 innings. So I worry about their pitching, but I also know that they're gonna hit 7,000 home runs with whatever lineup they put in there. And I think that they're gonna host a regional and a super, which means that they're probably gonna be in Omaha. So give me the dogs of Georgia. I've gone 2 dogs so far, which I feel very confident about. Shit. I feel like I should go a Big 12 school here. But I want to go off the beaten path. No, I'm not going to go that off the beaten path. Shoot the bucket.
Myself, thank you.
Oh, appreciate it, Sunday. Oh, dadgum. Give me no, I'm not going to do that either. I'm sorry. I'm thinking. I'm struggling because I had A&M and like penciled in, but I didn't really read the list that I'm literally creating myself. Oh, damn. Give me Oklahoma State. I don't even care.
I literally already had them. I had them written in.
Give me Oklahoma State.
So I thought none of you would be on that.
They were literally my next pick, Jared. I literally had them written down already.
Is Lund coming back?
Yeah,
is Lund coming back? Lund is coming back. He was one of the best.
And they got Noah Kinney from the best pitcher from Washington. Like their ace is coming down.
And they just brought Yamaguchi from Nevada.
That's a good team.
I mean, they have Nevada. Tomato, you dick. You're in the Northeast. I don't want to hear this shit. I know you lived in Nevada for a quarter of a second, but I don't even care. So I was talking with one of their, what is it?
5 years. No big deal.
Yeah, I'm yanking your chain. If y'all don't recognize, like, when I don't have anything to say, I'm just going to be sarcastic. It's what I do. I was talking with an Oklahoma State coach today, and he was raving on Yamaguchi. He said a 5-star individual. So really, like, I'm excited for this team. I think that they trended down for a couple of years. I think they're trending up right now. I think they were a really sneaky pick in that Alabama, and they couldn't get off the mat after Troy kind of took it to them. Or did they lost to Troy game 1? I can't remember. I don't know. I'm blanking. They were in the Alabama series, were they not? No, they were in the Alabama. They lost game 1. Troy was Florida. I don't know what crack I'm on right now. But I'm really excited for Oklahoma State. Give me the shooting Oklahoma State Cowboys. So I've got dogs. I've got Cowboys. I've got all the.
I really thought I was going to get
generic mascots of all time.
I really thought I was going to get.
You didn't, because I pulled that out of my ass. You're welcome.
So now I'm going to go with my next team that I liked a lot. in the Kentucky Wildcats. I
So
like
how-
what they are bringing back. I
Those are
like
gonna be my
what they
two
have
picks.
coming in the portal. I like that this team kind of just always competes, and they seem to always be in a super regional or regional deep into it. I like Coach. I think that this is a very, very good team. I think Minge kind of breaks down the door and gets them there again this year. So I'm going Kentucky with my 6th round pick. Will, are you going to take a team that's more than 4 letters since you took Troy last time?
Admittedly, this is becoming extremely difficult because
You got to go UCLA to stay on trend right now.
You got to pick a. Okay, I will say 11-7 does this as well. We're just straight stealing. You got to pick a mid major. I love the Troy pick. You have to pick a mid major.
Oh well, I'm gonna have multiple in mind, so I mean,
Of course you would. Of course you would.
I don't
I
know what you
almost went
expect.
mid-major on my last pick.
I mean, let's be honest with each other. I picked Missouri State last year, so like it's never gonna end. Like I'm just gonna keep doing.
What a great pick, by the way. What a great pick.
It was a really good pick. However, I only have one SEC team, and I just feel like I have to have 2 out of 8.
They
Like
won 7 straight national championships, and Will's like, "Well, just throw one in there."
yeah, and it's LSU. All right, give me.
I have 5 of my first 6 are SEC teams.
Yeah, I've been trying not to do as many SEC, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight vibes here, just because they weren't very good this year. Give me Vanderbilt. I have really nothing to back it up. I just kind of feel like they're gonna bring in a good group. This year was, frankly, like kind of embarrassing for them. Like not a good year by any stretch of the imagination. You gotta trust in Forbes. Like I think he's gonna do all the right stuff in the portal. So give me Vandy.
They may be done.
Okay.
They may be done in the portal. They always do smaller classes.
Did they do good?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's so. Y'all know Arya Gerson. She does great work. Let me just throw that out there. I'm gonna lead with a compliment and follow with a whatever. Compliment is she does phenomenal work. At the end of the day, you have to rank a portal class by like you can't put it at the top if they only bring like 4 or 5 players. I mean, there's a ton of value that you can have in that, but you just can't really put it at the same level as a team who brings in like 3x that in top 250 players. Like there's some teams that plug and play with portal, and there's some teams that like create their team around the portal. Vandy is just a plug and play, and they usually get really good pieces in the portal, but it's hard for a team like Vandy because they can only really get a certain group of players. Just because
high
of
academic and everything else.
Yeah, you gotta be smart to be one of them Vandy boys, and so yeah, but they'll be good. They'll be good.
Jared, you get 2.
They lost a couple of good players.
Did Johnstone hit the portal? Is that right?
Yeah,
he's at
he's in
Johnstone,
Oregon. He's out of Oregon.
I was gonna name drop him, but I was actually pretty sure I saw that one go in the portal. So I was like,
Yeah, they also had another pitcher go in. I forgot his name. We had him as like a top 50 pitcher. So they had a few guys go in. Guth. I don't know how to pronounce these guys' last names. So yeah, they've had a couple of guys go in.
I'm gonna go just to make Mark very happy here with the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Okay.
Oh,
new
Lord.
head coach Kevin Schnall.
Not even going to be in my top 100, so you're safe there.
I mean, that's
South
insane.
Carolina Chanticleers.
I'll just say my mom said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. So that's where I'll sit on that one.
After South Carolina, I got to pick a mid-major here at some point. I'm going to take Will's team here, America's team, Missouri State.
Okay.
Oh,
I like what Joey Hawkins
both-
is doing in that program,
what-
and I really love what they did this year. They need pitching, but
they call it what is it? AD and BC, after death before Christ. It's going to be after Bogeypole, AB. Like, what are they going to be like post Bogeypole? Because he's been so good.
They lose a ton, dude. Wrestler's a senior. A lot of the guys they brought in that were really, really successful for them this year were seniors. So that's kind of where I actually almost took them, and I just thought they lost too much of the offense that were seniors. It's kind of how I also was flirting with Dallas Baptist, but they also lose like an unbelievable amount of seniors here.
Just going off the cuff on this one.
I like it. No, I'm all about
I
it.
like it. Hey, sometimes you got to go by vibes and feels, man.
Trusting Coach Hawk. I'm all about it.
Will, it
That's it
is
for me.
your pick.
Well, I'm going to follow in Jared's shoes. This is just straight vibes because the dude just earned himself another extension after a really successful year. Give me Chris Curry and the Little Rock Trojans.
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, look at you.
That was gonna be my mid major.
That's a good one.
That was gonna be my mid major.
That
what they've
team,
already picked up.
dude, like they rolled out some guys in the regional and super regional that were throwing steam. Like a lot of the mid majors, like you get down to like, you know, arm 6, arm 8, and you know they're like 88, 89. Like they were rolling out dudes in the pen that were like 96. Like they had some dudes this year. So I'm all about what they're doing down there, and the fact that they just keep extending Curry, I think, is just an absolute awesome move. Like that guy's just staying put and building a wagon of a mid major. So give me 2 Trojans in this thing. I like Little Rock here.
You actually have all 3 Trojans. You have all 3. You have USC, Troy, and Little Rock. So you have all 3 Trojans. You took all 3 of them.
All 3 Trojans in Omaha next year. I didn't even think that through. Wow, I'm on to something here.
I am taking Louisville. I like Tag Davis. I think that they're bringing in enough. I like Dan McConnell. I think that he's going to figure out pitching. They've made some changes there. I think this team continues to be, and I also think that the ACC is a little open. I think that it's a little bit more open next year where you're going to see some teams that can really compete up there. I think Miami's really good. I think North Carolina is going to be good, but I think like teams like Florida State and Georgia Tech might be down from where they were this year. So I think that there's a big opening there for teams like a Clemson and a Louisville, but I'm taking Louisville. Jason, you have to take a mid-major as well, as do I.
Yeah, I have to take a mid-major, and I get my last pick.
You get your last 2 picks here.
No one has picked Florida State or Georgia Tech yet, which kind of blows my mind. But I don't give a shit. I'm not going to take either one of them. You guys can have them. All right.
I'm not taking either one either.
So, yeah, lay up for one of you two, Will and Jared. So I'm
I
going to go.
No take either also.
God. We'll get ready to clip this shit in about 300 days. I'm gonna go Liberty.
That was on my list too.
I think one of the teams that I was the most impressed with in the regional was Liberty, because they went to the bandbox that is Georgia, and they played with Georgia for a good chunk of those games. Yeah, Georgia went 3-0. I don't care. They played with Georgia. They showed that they have talent. They got to that regional final. Like I really, if they were to go to any place that wasn't Georgia, where they hit 700 home runs every other at bat, like I feel like they could have been a Troy, or they could have been a team that came out of that regional. I really like and I also really like their portal class. They hit the portal hard. They hit the portal well. So give me Liberty Flames. I really like Liberty out of the CUSA. And then I'm going to pull one complete. This isn't even left field. This is like from the hot dog cart vendor on the side of the street. I'm going to go Pittsburgh Panthers out of the ACC. I know. Look at that face of Jared. He's in jail wondering what crap. Oh, you like it? Okay.
I like Pitt. It was either Pitt or Louisville for me for my ACC pick, so I like that.
So this is straight vibes once again. One of my favorite coaches to talk to. It works with Pitt, and he sends me text messages when they get a guy in the portal. He's really just phenomenal, dude. I really like Pitt. They came on super strong at the end. Yeah, they had a few hiccups, but they also had North Carolina when North Carolina was straight humming. And I know that series didn't go well for them. I think they got one, maybe they got swept. I can't really remember. The fact that they were in the final 4 out with 11 wins in the ACC tells me that the committee thought that they were pretty freaking good. So I think that Pitt is really on the way up. I know the West Virginia fans are currently punching air. As I learned at Rocco's, one of their chances, eat shit Pitt, which is just a family-friendly saying. Way to go, West Virginia. But by the way, West Virginia fans, phenomenal environment. But yeah, I'm going to go my final pick with the Pitt Panthers.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm I'm going with the team that 8 weeks ago I said would win the Pac-12 next year in the Texas State Bobcats. I love Texas State. They have 12 freshmen on this roster coming back, and they have a boatload of juniors. So that's a lot of experience coming back for Slam Marcos. This team's going to hit the ball. Whether they're going to have enough pitching is yet to be seen. Yeah, I really, really, really like Texas State. Give me Texas State, the Pac-12 champions of this season, to go ahead and make it to Omaha. I know my Oregon State following is going to hate that, but Texas State's going to be good, and Oregon State's not winning the first Pac-12, even though it's going to be at Goss Stadium. They've already announced that they're going to play it at Goss for the Pac-12 championship. Yeah, I'm going to get murdered there. It's fine.
I don't think Oregon State's going to be very good at all next year.
I won't even get tickets to the game, so it's fine.
They did not. They haven't done great in the portal so far. So
They haven't done anything.
They haven't done well. They don't have Whitney.
Yeah, they lost Vanderbilt. They lost all their pitching. They lost their pitching coach. They lost
Kleinschmidt's going to be gone.
Kleinschmidt, Segura, they're both
pro.
going to go in the draft. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And they lost their number 3 starter in Trey Morris and Zach Edwards. So,
Jeez.
and all their starting catchers are gone. So,
Yeesh.
yeah, it's going to be an interesting one for them. Yeah, they always compete. They find ways, but it's going to be tough. But I do want to say that the who's going to be a sophomore next year, Josh Nate, the Australian's going to be a dude.
So does Texas State really count then? Is what I really want to know, because they're going to be power. They're going to be a Power 5 team.
That's actually a good point. That's a really good point.
I think that's still a mid-major conference. Let's be honest.
It counts. It counts. Oh.
Before Pac-12.
Okay, where are we at? 1 hour and 21 minutes and 49 seconds. Pac-12. There you go.
There'll be
Power
timestamps.
4. We ain't going back to the
add that in
P5.
as a
I'm sorry. It's
timestamp.
not a power conference. It's not
No,
going to be
you're
power
right.
in nothing.
But honestly, would you put them above the Sun Belt? I wouldn't. Yeah.
No. They barely are going to
continue.
creep above the Big West.
Pac-12 is going to punch like 2 tickets to the Omaha, and Mark, we're going to clip this, and Pac-12 is going to put it right on their feed.
Yeah. Yeah. Teams have
It's
liked
just gonna
doing
be
that this
Mark's
year. I'm
face.
okay with it. I'm good with it.
Well, I don't have an ACC team yet, and I think we've only picked like 3 collectively. So I feel like I'm obligated to take an ACC team as my last one. However, none of these teams really jump out to me based on what they're losing.
Yeah, we've literally taken 4. We've taken Virginia, Louisville, Pitt, and Miami.
North
We've taken 4
Carolina?
only.
North Carolina.
And North Carolina. So we've taken 5.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of bouncing between Georgia Tech, Florida State, and Boston College. So I don't know what I want to.
Third ball just randomly in there.
Yeah. Hey man, somebody's got to do it. Honestly,
Notre Dame.
Like,
You never know.
be
Notre
assembling-
Dame.
I might be assembling the worst predicted Omaha 8 ever. You know what? Give me the bounce back. Give me James Ramsey revenge tour. Just give me.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I have
That's a good one.
absolutely nothing to back this up because literally their entire team is juniors and
Gone.
seniors outside of
Yeah, they're all gone.
like Blakely's a
I
sophomore.
think they got Eli Stevens from Mercer.
yeah,
They're
They're going to lose Patel. They're going to lose. They're going to lose everybody.
it was
Everybody
Florida
except for
State
Underwood.
loses
Cooper
a
Underwood,
ton,
the
too.
freshman, is going to stay. But yeah.
except for
Yeah.
Shattuck is back, I think. Unless
They're
he
going to lose a Vincula. They're going to
Mhm.
lose
Almost the
everybody.
entire lineup. Yeah.
which means everybody and their mother is going to be out on this team. So give me Georgia Tech.
That's where you like them, Will. You like everybody being out on a team you pick. I like that.
Well,
They have a
Bailey
good portal class. They have a good portal class.
Will Bailey go back to Florida State because of the injury?
No. He's going to get
No.
drafted in the first
Yeah.
round.
It's like
I don't know if it'll be first round, but
90
he should
grade
be in the first.
power.
Should be a first rounder
he'll
'cause he's
get $1 million plus. I don't
Yeah.
see any way he doesn't, because he put up like a 1,500 OPS in the first
Yeah.
like 2 months of the
his
season.
raw power numbers are 70 plus graded, so like it'd be hard for
That's where I
That
struggle with
team-
Florida State. I'm like, what are they bringing back?
no. And a lot of their team transferred. A lot of
Yeah.
their team has entered the portal.
Carnes
They brought Caden
left.
Suchi
Yeah.
in.
Stutzer, like a lot of their team
Suchi is
left.
one of my favorite pickups in the portal.
He is-
Like he's
yeah.
elite. But you lose Mendez, I mean, you lose that entire starting rotation.
Yeah.
Who was their Sunday night guy? I know they're going to
Moore.
lose
Wes
Mendez and
Moore.
Beard. Moore.
Moore.
Do they keep
Moore.
Moore?
I think Preston Moore stays. I think he's a
Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't remember if he was a sophomore or a junior.
I think he's a sophomore.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta pick
For the last pick here,
was
Jared.
gonna be my last pick.
What was
No,
that?
Should I just throw Maryland in there because they had a good portal?
Oh
class?
yes, we don't have a Big Ten team. Oh wait, yeah, I do. USC's
Oh.
Big Ten. They don't count.
UCLA would be a good pick.
I have Oregon
I don't know
as a
why.
Big Ten
I don't know why
team.
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, I'm like leaning towards UCLA, but like
Take the fight in Matt Swopes.
they're losing everyone.
Yeah,
It's a whole new
Yeah.
team, whole new
I mean,
squad.
and they lost Brennan and Stamps. I mean, I think all of
Yeah.
those guys who went into the portal, they're not actually going into the portal. They're just going there because their agent said go there so you can get more leverage in the draft. That's my guess.
Yeah. You know, a team that I was leaning towards a little bit and not ashamed to admit it is Missouri. I
I
like
thought
Missouri.
about it, but
I think Missouri is adding.
You should
They're
be,
a team on the rise.
yeah. Okay.
uh,
Jared.
I'm not picking Maryland. I'm not doing it. You know what? Give me Bishop Ball. Let's throw Cincinnati in there.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. I thought about Cincinnati.
That's
They
good.
just lose. They're just losing so much. Like that was what was hard for me.
I don't know. They get two of the best bats back.
Infeliz,
Yeah. Feliz and
Infeliz. And
Coates.
who's the guy who hit like 28 homer Coates?
Coates.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That was another
And
guy.
maybe
that
they
everyone
get
was
better
like,
pitching.
"When's he
Maybe they
going
have
in?
better
When's he
pitching this
going in?
year
When's he
too.
going in?" Yeah.
so throw them in there.
Okay. I like it.
Is that everybody?
We're at an hour and a half, fellas. Anything else you guys want to add in, or just do some final thoughts on the season here before we count this one out for the 2026 season? Is there
No,
anything
I got
else?
nothing.
Jason, that was a great idea. Fire me up.
That's a great idea.
Hey,
We're gonna have a
look
lot of
back on
fun
this and be like,
episodes
"What
coming.
were we smoking?"
We're gonna have a lot of fun episodes this summer and going into fall ball. Also, we're gonna be doing a fall series that you guys will want to keep an eye on with our guys at Backside Ground Ball Media, where we're gonna be
Jason.
doing some stadium visits and some fun stuff and lots of portal stuff with 6-4 Analytics. We got lots of stuff still coming, guys. We're gonna take a little break, maybe about 7 to 10 days, where we're gonna take some time off and hang out with our families and stuff. But we're gonna get right back after it with lots more college baseball coverage. So I'm excited for what the 2027 season brings. Thank you all for joining us so much this year. And to my awesome co-host, thanks for joining on so much, guys. I appreciate you guys and look forward to another season. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, just a thank you to all the fans, everybody who's tuned in this entire year. Like it's been awesome. Like the fact that it's grown
1,000
this
people
much.
live right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're on a
Yeah.
random Tuesday.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We don't get to do this without you. We don't get to do this without the coaches, the players, everybody who's given us access just to be able to cover their teams. It's just been awesome, and we're just appreciative.
Yeah. Thanks so much to the coaches that all came on too. It's guys like Skylar Mead who come on multiple times. All the head coaches that came on, all the assistant coaches that talked to us and came on, all the players. So just been really awesome to be able to do that. And we look forward to bringing you, the fans, more of that next year.
All right.
So for all of us, we're checking out on the 2026 season. Thanks, guys, for joining.